Alright, so in this video I'm going to talk about strategies for keeping your hair from going gray, for maintaining your original hair color, and for keeping your hair growing in thick and full and strong and lustrous and all those things that we want. Now, as a disclaimer, two things. First, I'm still getting used to this wireless mic and the new camera, so apologize if there's any oddities and that nature. Second, obviously I'm 25 years old, so I'm going to give you the best information that I have based on the research that I've seen, the books that I've read, the people I've talked to, the people I've interviewed, the experiments that I've done, the results that I've seen in my life, as well as the results that I've seen with people that I've worked with on a one-on-one basis, coaching and on those terms. So keeping your hair thick and full, keeping its original color, is really based on three things. The first and the foundational principle is that of circulation, and without it the other two principles are going to be pretty hindered and undermined. So the second principle is going to be minerals and just nutrition. The third aspect is going to be Jing, or vital essence, or the essence that's stored in the kidneys. And I'm going to discuss each of these principles in detail. So the first principle is circulation. Now, if you look at a hose, if you have a knot in the hose, you can turn it on the faucet full blast or as much as you want and force all the water you want through that. But there's a knot, there's no circulation or movement, it doesn't matter. The water's not going to get through, it's not going to get to the destination, it's not going to water the plants, your garden's going to die, for example. It's a very similar situation in our body because we're a system of tubes and meridians, both energetic and physically. So we have blood vessels, veins, arteries, we have lymphatic channels, we have all of these channels in our body that, unless they're functioning optimally, unless they're open, we're going to have undermined nutrition, we're going to have undermined vascularization, oxygenation, and overall health and vitality. So if our neck is completely knotted up, if our muscles are armored, if we're just tense, our shoulders are elevated up into our neck, our circulation into our head is going to be undermined. So what we can do to reverse that is two things. First is get body work, do yoga. Get body work to get all of this area unwound and get all the scar tissue, get all the knots out, so that the circulation can go. So when you eat the better food and you nourish your Jing, it can actually get up to your head. Second thing is inversions. So doing yoga poses like a standing forward bend to where your head is facing your knees, downward dog, child's pose, plow pose, headstand, shoulder stand. These are all great because they take gravity, we're usually upright, and they reverse it so that our heart can rest and blood can flow up into our head and nourish our scalp. And the third aspect that you want to throw in there is just self-massage. So all you need to do is just take both hands like so and just massage your scalp, starting from the front and then going on the side so you don't miss anything, and then do that 8 to 16 times twice a day. And you're going to notice after that your scalp's going to be kind of tingly, it's going to feel relaxed. It's because the circulation is being improved, better blood's getting there, old blood's being pushed out, new blood's being pushed in, you're getting better fluid exchange, which is good because if you're eating better food, taking supplements, you want to get that good blood in your scalp. So that's the first principle of circulation and how you can improve it. The second principle is going to be just overall nutrition. That's going to be really based on minerals. So zinc and copper would probably be very essential in this category of trying to grow our hair and keep our hair thick and full. For men especially, leaking the Jing through oversex, over ejaculation. These are all huge energy drains, huge zinc drains, huge mineral drains on the body, as well as overstress, lack of sleep, poor diet, no exercise. All of those things are a mineral drain on our body. So taking mineral supplements, which I don't have around me, but I do have some zinc, which I've been taking on a regular basis for the last month or so, just because as a man, it's an important thing to do. Let's just put it there. So this brand that I take has like a zinc citrate, an amino acid chelate, and zinc picolate. Now I've been doing some research because there's different forms of zinc, and some sites say this is better, some reports say this is better. So I just decided to bypass all of that and get a supplement with all three forms of zinc in there. That way I know maybe one isn't as absorbed as the other, but at least they're all three in there, so I can hopefully get all three in one and get some zinc supplementation going on. But an overall mineral supplement is great. Eating seaweeds, taking, I have a bottle around here somewhere of Omega super ionic minerals. It's like $30 for a 4-ounce bottle. Just started taking it yesterday, so I can't really report too much just yet. So that's great. Supplement wise would be MSM, is a massive supplement for overall connective tissue and skin and hair health, because it's very rich in sulfur. It's very nourishing to the liver, very detoxifying for the liver, as well as all the internal organs and the entire body. And you'll notice when you take MSM, nails grow thicker and faster, your hair grows thicker and faster. So that would be another essential supplement. The third and final concept or principle, which will kind of encompass and really have the other two hinging upon it, would be Jing. Because Jing is the energy that's said to be stored in our kidneys. It's the energy that we inherited from our parents, from our family line, that we're going to pass on to our kids and continue on the family heritage, so to speak. Now, one disclaimer here is that there are obviously some hereditary and genetic factors that can be at play here. Now, there's the whole science of epigenetics, which says that we can rewrite our DNA, we can rewrite our genetics, our hereditary dispositions. So obviously at that point you need to examine your self-image, what you believe about yourself, what you think about yourself, what you see about yourself, what you feel about yourself, because according to epigenetics, all these things are going to be reflected in our physical body, in our physical appearance, in our physical matrix. So Jing is, just in a nutshell, the energy that determines the quality and quantity of our lives. To put it in a picture so that you can see it and understand it without me having to go too deep into it, look at a teenager and then look at, an 80, 90-year-old person. Teenager, it can work all day, party all night, heals fast, has strong hair, has strong drive and creativity, and digests their food well, can do things well, isn't tired, their skin's tight, their hair's tight, their teeth are tight, their eyesight's good, their thinking is clear. Look at an old person, their hair is starting to fall out, it's not really growing back. If they fall down, they break a bone. Their energy is super low, they hardly sleep very well, they barely have an appetite, most likely not being very athletic or putting on muscle mass. Their sexual potency and virility is probably very low, their eyesight's probably bad, their teeth are probably bad, their memory is probably bad, their skin's starting to sag and not really hang. So just in those two pictures you can get an idea, a bird's eye view, an insight into what Jing is. And when you start to deplete this energy and lose this energy, it's going to start to manifest physically in your body as well as on top of your head. So that's the main energy that you want to nourish by taking tonic herbs. And of course, Ho Shu Wu being the #1 herb for that, because it is very rich in zinc, it's very rich in superoxide dismutase, as well as many other beneficial, like resveratrol, for example, and as well as many other beneficial nutritional substances. But it's also a profound and potent, surefire yin-jing tonic, meaning it nourishes the yin aspect of the kidneys as well as the blood, which is going to help with hair growth. And the famous story of Ho Shu Wu is that it can take graying hair and reverse it back to its original color. And the word Ho Shu Wu means Mr. Ho's black hair, or black-haired Mr. Ho, and it's based on the old story of Mr. Ho, which I've covered in other videos, and you can look it up just to save time here. So take Jing herbs, get body work, get good circulation, get good nutrition and minerals, change the way you see yourself, you think yourself, so you can affect yourself on a genetic level, so you can change your DNA, so you can activate your DNA. And if that sounds like total crap to you, I encourage you to look up the science of epigenetics, look up the work of Dr. Bruce Lipton, see his books, see his DVDs, see his presentations, see his research, his studies, and make up your own mind. So that's how to keep your hair its original color, to keep it growing thick and full, and how to keep that going hopefully as long as possible, hopefully as long as you live. So if you have any questions or comments, post them below and I'll talk to you.